And welcome back. That was the Hurricane, y'all. Give it up for the Hurricane. Very funny. Right now I'm here with a very talented young comic, Jerome Lyda. Jerone, sorry. Jerone Lyda. With an N. On October 5th, 2010, DC native Jerone Lyda stepped in the comedy spotlight for the first time with a natural gift for making people laugh on and off stage. In just a short period of time, Jerone has worked alongside Chris Thomas, impressionist Sylvia Tremor Morrison, Timmy Hall, and Larry Lancaster, to name a few. Welcome to the stage, Jerome Lyda. Jerone.
That's me, I guess.
That's right. So Jerome,
That's what's really good.
tell me what I see. You got like a lot of tattoos, like you know, like Lil Wayne's got a lot of tattoos. Tell me
What's up with him?
what is the most important tattoo that in your collection so far?
Sure. My tattoos are like stories, so it's like different parts tell different stories. This my freak side.
Okay.
Just let the women know what will happen to them if they get in my circumference.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
Well, hopefully not the
Nah, that's
not the
what
tombstone.
No, that's what happened. You crossed me.
Okay,
That's
okay,
a joke.
all right.
That's a joke.
All right,
Unless you cross me.
That's cool. That's cool, man. We ain't gonna cross you tonight,
right,
man.
cool.
We want a great show, so
All
we ain't
right,
gonna cross you.
Okay.
So let me see. Is there anything dear to your heart that you bring to your comedy? You know, as far as I know, you. What are some of the things that you bring to your comedy that you like? You know, that you.
Well, what I'm learning is to bring more of myself. So at first it was just going on stage, making people laugh. Now I'm learning to give a part of my personality each time I introduce each bit. So I like to have meaning into making people laugh.
So these are some of the things that you're collecting along the way. Are you learning that it's important to develop a persona as much as it is to be honest? I mean, as far as your persona on stage is concerned.
I'm learning it's best to be yourself because when you leave the stage, you want to leave a portion of your personality because that's how I think that you develop a fan, by letting them know who you really are and what you stand for.
So, like I asked the Hurricane a little earlier, what brought you into comedy? What was that moment that said, I want to do this? This is the thing I want to do.
Well, I actually, throughout life, I've always had a knack for making people laugh, and I actually stumbled up on an open mic, and when I saw people on the stage, I felt as if I was as funny, if not funnier. And the next week, I tried my hand, had a good night, and never looked back. That's
very important. If anybody out there want to do comedy, and it's not being braggadocious or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you see somebody doing something you feel you can do better, do it. You know? Right. I always hate them people because that's what hecklers are. Hecklers are like, in my opinion, like punks who feel like I can do better, but they don't have the balls to get up and do it, so they're gonna ruin it for you. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They want to show off in front of their friends, but instead of getting up on stage like like we do and like time after time. They'd rather sit down in the comfort and just,
Yeah, comedy is really hard. Every time I get on stage, I'm not comfortable until I make somebody laugh. It's even, a lot of times before I even perform, I throw up. It's something a lot of people don't know. But it's just that anxiety of just being ready to go and do my job, so.
I'm telling you, it's a rush when you get through it, huh?
Yeah, it's a rush.
When you make people laugh, it's just like, you just
it's
feel
a
like
rush when you make people laugh, but when you don't make people laugh, that's a serious letdown, so.
See, but here's one thing, though, and I know you're new to comedy, and I know some of these guys have been out doing it for a while, especially Hurricane. How long, let me just throw it back. Hurricane, how long have you been doing comedy? I should ask you that.
6 years.
He's been doing it for like 6 years. I've been doing it for 4 years, off and on. I probably should be doing a lot more. I mean, that's why, I need to get off my ass. But the thing is, I listen to a lot of comics, and they say that, you got to get that, that night when it's like you bomb. Because that's when that's when you know comedy is yours.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I bombed several times. And I've learned that each time I bomb, when I hit the stage, I'm a much more stronger comic. It helps me build my confidence, and it humbles you.
Yeah.
Every night not gonna be the same, but it's all the ability to get up and try again, and never quit.
I'm sorry I ignored some of these questions. I gotta get back to this.
That's cool.
What was it like working with some of the established names that you've worked with before?
Okay, Larry Lancaster, he was the one that gave me my first paid job. 3 months in the game, he saw something in me that I probably didn't see in myself, and gave me an opportunity to showcase. Miss Sylvia Tremor Morrison, she's mentored me, helped me out with my timing, how to slow down. Lawrence Owens, I'm working with him a lot. He's teaching me how to introduce my material and make it more personal and not really worry about the laughs, worry about getting my set together and just being myself. So I really appreciate all those people that's been a part of my life.
What kind of comic do you strive to be? When you see comics out there, what is somebody that you see and you go, I want my career to be like that. I want to be like that person, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that I want. What are some of the elements of comedy that you see in other people that you want for yourself? And who are these people?
And you know what, quite honestly, I've been doing comedy going on 11 months next month. Everything I know about comedy, I learned within these 11 months. Every relationship I built with people, everybody I know. So it's like, only people I know are local. You know, a lot of people who haven't made it, who aren't successful, are the people I look up to. I don't know where I want to go with this. Right now, I'm just working on getting myself together. And also, I would like to get into writing. I like to get into I really like stand-up, but I don't have to be on stage. I know that there are different ways I can make people laugh, whether it be through writing, whether it be through assisting people, just being myself. So wherever God sees fit, I'm gonna let him use me, and hopefully I can help people through making them laugh.
So, I mean, in this time that you've been doing comedy, and you say that you learn a lot, who is probably your most endearing character, most endearing person that you've met so far?
I'll probably say Lawrence Owens. It was between Lawrence Owens and Sylvia Tremore Morrison. The two of them, they have took me out of town, helped me get exposure, and just let me know I'm not where I think I am. You know what I'm saying? They've humbled me through just going out of town and knowing that you have to have universal material. Comedy is bigger than DC. So yes. I'm putting my set together where I can go and make the world laugh.
So where you planning on going now as far as, I mean, do you have a place? My thing is like skip one coast, go to like, cause I just went to Seattle and it's like the culture is, it's almost like a different culture out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mentality is a little bit different. You know, you'll find some racism and stuff out there, but you know, it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's, the whole thing is a little bit different. I think you should probably try, especially as a young comic, you know what I'm saying? You should expose yourself to different cultures, different within the United States and out. You know, there are different places. You know, what are one of those places that you want to be at?
Well, I've been as far up as Boston, and as far down as South Carolina. Okay. So I basically go wherever it takes me. It doesn't matter where. I'm never afraid. I do clean comedy. I do dirty comedy. I tell jokes for kids. I tell jokes at 7-Eleven. I was just telling jokes in the parking lot. It don't matter. Wherever somebody's looking to laugh, I try my hand.
All right, man. It was great having you here, man. I'm glad I got to meet you.
Being here.
It's been, like I said before, where can we see you next? Where's the next place we're going to see you?
Well, I co-host The Legend with Michael Nathan every Monday. That's located in Temple Hills. I'm about to get into promoting my own show. I'm trying to establish it once a month. I'm in the process of finding a venue now. Other than that, man, if you want to book me, you can find me Jerone Lyda Jr. at yahoo.com. I have clips under Mr. Right Now 80 on YouTube, and reach out. I'm here.
All right, that was Jerome Lyda, Mr. Right Now. He's gonna take the stage. That's, if you haven't heard, that's Jackie. She's gonna be on she's actually one of my right hand people. She's gonna be on the stage pretty soon. I'm trying to get her on stage, but she's gonna be here hosted with me. Thank you, and stay tuned. We're gonna hear a little bit more from Mr. Jerome.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, man, cool.
Now I'm going to talk about living as a stereotype within a stereotype, which is being light-hued. You know, a lot of people look at me and they think that because I'm light-skinned, I can't fight. When that's really beside the point, because I can fight extremely well. I just don't want to get hit. Because if I get hit, they're going to think I lost. All it takes is one black eye. It don't matter if I done broke your arms, your legs. Your mother didn't call my mother and we adults. None of that matter, you know? And then people want to get jealous of me because my tattoos are visible. Right, that's ignorant. That is so ignorant because they make white ink. Everybody's tattoo could be visible these days. You know, I never thought that I was gonna have all this done. Initially, I know I said I wanted my whole arm dead. But when I went and saw that tattoo man, he hit me with that needle, I said, man, just give me a mold, man. Just give me a mold. That thing hurt so bad. And then they just want to assume that I'm mixed with something. And they right, I am mixed. I'm mixed with Maryland and DC. Get it right.
Oh.
That's it. They also say they see I have nice features, so they assume I'm a pretty boy or I'm a ladies' man. And you're right, I do know a lot of women that deal with them. And dealing with women, I see that they think that they go through different body functions, like their shit don't stink. But I'm here to be the bearer of bad news. Sometimes women breath stink really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad. No, I'm serious. I was at a bar last night, and I swear this woman's breath smells so bad. Then when she turned her head, I threw something in her drink. But that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was she saw me. She called me. She was like, I know you ain't put no X in my drink. I said, you goddamn right. That was a cert. Gargle and swallow. Right, because you know when your breath stink, you could do a little taste test. Like right now, I have gum, but I could use another piece. And what really bothers me is like when you tell somebody their breath stink, they always pull out the wrong remedy. What the hell is Annihilator gonna do? I'm serious, it's not gonna help you now, and it's gonna make things a lot worse for everybody later. I was riding with this woman. Neither one of us have been drinking. She gets pulled over while she's driving. The police pulled out a car. She failed the breathalyzer. And I had to argue. I got in an argument with the police. So I said, officer, she hasn't been drinking. Smell her breath. When she blew that hot shit in his face, she got assault on a police officer. It was terrible, you know. And then these guys' breath, they aren't no different because they smoking this exotic reefer these days, and it make their tongue get all white. Like he had a long jaw on his tongue. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I said, look, let me roll your reefer for you. I got a piece of spearmint and I sprinkled it up. I rolled it for him. I said, look, hold that shit in until your ass pass the fuck out. They talking about they smoking some kush. No, smoke some hush. No, sir, they walking around like they eat with their butt and shit with their mouth. That's terrible. And like I said, I deal with women, and I really honestly believe this. I don't condone suicide, but if any of you ladies have wore Uggs or cowboy boots this summer, just smack the shit out yourself. Please do it. No, I'm serious because it's imperative that your toenails receive oxygen. If they do not, they will fall off and die. When I say die, that means they never come back. Right now, I like to vent because I seen a female who had no pinky toenail, but she gonna paint the skin. That was disgusting. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being an independent woman. That's how women are raised. But as an independent woman, you need to realize there are some things you can't do for yourself. You cannot give yourself a French pedicure with whiteout. And then try to paint a clear coat over top. That's not going to get it. You know, then I walk around and I see people, they exposing all their toes and they don't have to. That's why they make their peep toe shoes, right? I seen a woman who had some strong ass feet. She had muscles on 8 of her toes. Well, they really weren't muscles, they was corns, but they looked like muscles. Basically, if the shoe fits, wear it. Literally, stop wearing those small ass shoes walking around pigeon-toed. You don't have to do it. And trust me, I believe and understand that everybody's foot is not gonna be beautiful. That's impossible. There are things that you could do in the summertime to make your feet look more appealing if they fucked up. All you have to do is wear pretty socks. Nobody will ever know the difference. The same thing is applicable for men. Men, if your feet are fucked up, correct it. There's nothing wrong with that. I have beautiful toes, but sometimes my feet get a little rough around the edges if I don't apply lotion regularly. So I go get a pedicure. Now, I'm assuming that the woman's going to cut my toenails and file down my foot. I didn't know they massage your foot and your calf. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in here dope. Everybody should be watching this as dope. My dick got hard in a fistful of nickels. You know what I'm saying? And I think the lady did it on purpose because she's going to ask me, do I want a happy ending? You goddamn right I want a happy ending. You ain't even had to ask me. Why does lady tickle my feet? No, the end was when I kicked the goddamn shit out of her. Don't play with me. Make me waste an erection. Don't do that. Do not do that. Also, women, you need to understand that you have more power than you believe. It's in you to enforce standard. A man can only do to you what you allow him to do. Now, as a man, when we get with you for that first time, we give you everything we have because we know we have that first time to make that first impression. Now, to that, you might choose to have a relationship with us, but like I said, it's on you to enforce that standard. You have to enforce us to help you reach that apex. Now, as the relationship goes along, you might not experience that, so what you do? You cheat on that man. Who you cheating with? Somebody that ain't got no job. You know why? Because no, I'm serious. You know why? Because somebody that doesn't have no job, he's going to make love to you like everything is on the line. He's going to make love like he's tired of living in his mother's basement. He's going to make love like he needs help paying that cricket phone bill. He's going to make love like he want to go to Applebee's to get that 2 for $20. Furthermore, he sits at home all day. He makes sure he does his exercise so his clothes fit right. He just sit at all these crazy ways he's going to molest you when you walk through that door. You're going to walk through that door, he's going to rip your panties off. He's going to smack your ass. He's going to pinch your nipples. He's going to do all that freaky shit. So in closing, I want all y'all women out there to know, I haven't worked in 2 years. My name is Jerone, Lyda. If nobody told you today that they love you, don't expect me to say that shit.